the screen here. Okay. So let's get right into it. You know me, I'm your girl Allie, your favorite shadow boxer. This is where we use our self-awareness deck and a few other decks to steer us and guide us along our paths. Okay. Now a shadow is something that we normally don't like about ourselves, that we keep hidden, an insecurity, a vulnerability, something that brings down our vibration and often convinces us to be deceitful, dishonest, and we're not being our best and authentic selves when we ignore our shadows, when we neglect our shadows. There can be no growth without awareness. Okay, so my job is to help you self-realize just exactly who you are. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. The first question we received is, to whom am I comparing myself right now? Now, I did a 60-second short earlier and we received this same card, and I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Stop comparing yourself to other people, especially because more often than not, you really don't compare. I advise people not to compare themselves to me because I have an actual relationship with God. An actual relationship with God. I don't just pray when I need something. Okay? I pray daily. I have conversations with God daily. I pray over my children. I pray over my bloodline. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, because that is a promise from God. Okay? So to whom am I comparing myself right now? Stop comparing yourself. First and foremost, confirmation, stop comparing yourself. What are you? Sorry about that. That was my Women's Bible app letting me know that it is time to pray. So as soon as I'm done with this, I hop right back into prayer. I'm telling you, I'm not a poser. I don't pretend to be a spiritual person. I am who I say I am. Unlike so many other people who convince themselves I'm a good person, I care for others, I have other people's best interests at heart, and then behind closed doors, they're the exact opposite. It's always trying to scheme to get ahead. And those people really, they never get ahead, and they always get what's coming to them just because they thought that they were smarter than God. Okay? So again, let's hop into this. What are you able to see in another? What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is in it. Whew. Let's try again, because I feel something on my chest that I want to get off, but now is not the time for that. Okay. What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Again, when you look at another person and you decide that they're better than you, that's your choice. That means something within you is acknowledging that you haven't done the work. Stop being lazy about it. Stop thinking you can use someone else to get ahead, because that'll just leave you 15 steps behind. So it's not that I'm doing all the work, it's that you're not doing any of it, so it appears like I'm doing all the work. I'm just doing me. Okay? Stop comparing yourself to someone else. If you feel like there are parts of yourself that you aren't comfortable with, I suggest you get comfortable, do the work. Look within yourself and ask yourself those hard questions. Okay? Am I letting fear stop me? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. What are you scared of? Honestly, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid you can't do it? Well, if you don't try. The answer is no, you can't do it. You're choosing not to do it. You're choosing to remain scared. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's being afraid and doing it anyway. And that's where the real prize is knowing that you were afraid to do something and you did it anyway. You did not allow your fears to prevent you from taking the next step forward. Whether it's, whether it's relieving yourself from a position that no longer satisfies you or is helping you grow, whether it be leaving a relationship that you know is stunting your growth and preventing you from being the best version of you. There are 1,000 reasons to be afraid. All you need is one reason to be brave. Okay, fear is forget everything and run, or forget everything and rise. It's up to you. Okay? Where can I ask for more help in my life? Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Today, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. Today's mantra, I ask for what I want and I am open to receiving it. And I am a firm believer in this. If you're afraid to ask for help, that means when you're giving help, it isn't sincere. It comes with attachments. That means it's an unspoken deal. And that's not how you trap people. You don't pretend to offer help, but in the back of your mind, you're only doing it to hold power over someone, or you want to gossip about their business, or you decide that you want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. That's not it at all. If you're helping someone, it should be because you feel it necessary. There's something inside of you that looks at another person and says they are worthy of my help. And I'm going to help them for no other reason than that, just to be of service. But helping someone with the underlying deceit of holding authority or power or your will over them, don't be surprised when that comes back to bite you in the ass. Then when you need help, you can't get help. Not without someone doing the same thing to you. It's time that we are authentic and genuine and sincere with our words. Because someone like myself will see right through you and play dumb. And when the time comes, do what I have to do. Now you're like, oh, she wasn't honest. No, you weren't honest. I just played the game better than you did. That's how that happens. When you have an actual relationship with God, no one and nothing is above you. That's how that works. So if you're going to ask for help, be certain that when you're giving help, it's sincere and genuine and no strings attached. Because if you're only helping someone to use them later on, God don't play about me. And God doesn't play about his children that are actually down for him and ride for him. So be careful who you're messing with. Okay, so stop comparing yourself to other people. If there's something you don't like about yourself, work on it. Stop trying to tear other people down, thinking that it's going to get you ahead. No, not at all. Stop allowing fear to stop you. Stop being scared. I've picked up and I've packed up and I've moved all over this country time and time again. That's where my experience comes from. That's how I know people so well. Okay, so ask for help and be sincere about it. And when you give help, be genuine. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today, go inward, and your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. Now, if your desires are pure, meaning You're not out to hurt anyone. You're not out to do anything deceitful. When your desires come from a genuine and true place, God moves mountains for you. Hi, everyone that joined. Hi, Yomati. Hi, Robert. Thanks for joining me. Your desire should be healthy. Your desire should be pure. Your desire shouldn't have any underlying intentions to harm or hurt anyone else. Okay? What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. And I say this all the time. An attitude of gratitude is where it's at. An attitude of gratitude will change your life. Be grateful for the small things, I'm telling you. It invites large, big blessings into your life. Okay, be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and you are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Be thankful for your health. Be thankful for your security, your stability. Be thankful for the people you love and the people you love you who love you. Be thankful for your children because they're a blessing. Be thankful for your partner because for whatever purpose you two were brought together. And even if it doesn't last, there's a reason and a purpose behind every interaction we have. So when it comes to expectations, the only thing you should expect is to be grateful for whatever you receive. Being grateful for the littlest things, for the sun coming out, for having food on the table, for having hot water, for having clean clothes. Being grateful for that, being grateful to God that He's walking with us and we're never alone, and He's assigned angels to us and our loved ones. Being grateful for all that you've received thus far paves the way for greater blessings in the long run. And when it comes to gratitude, it's not something you can trick God with, okay? You can't say, oh, I'm grateful that I have this, and then expect Him to give you more just because you said you're grateful. No, gratitude is an actual emotion. It's an actual feeling. It changes your entire body on a cellular level. So when it comes to having expectations, a friend used to say, if you expect nothing, you'll be grateful for everything. And I agree. Sometimes it's letting go of what no longer serves you and being grateful for the experiences and the opportunities and the blessings that it came with. Now, it's difficult to expect blessings when you're in this low vibrational place, this woe is me. Why is this happening to me? Life isn't happening to you, it's happening through you, it's happening for you. So, let go of the expectations, especially when it comes to relationships, because you cannot control what another person does. And you'll find yourself highly disappointed if you think that placing expectations on another person is actually going to benefit you. It won't, okay? So, next card. And we have received, how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust and surrender. Let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. Some people don't trust other people because they know they're not trustworthy themselves. It's that two-faced nonsense that people truly believe they can get away with, when in reality, that's not how life works. People who know themselves and people who trust themselves can detect an insincere, untrustworthy person at the door. We may not say anything. We may let everything play out because, of course, it's only a matter of time before others show their hand. But when you trust yourself and you know yourself and you're living the best version of yourself, you don't have to worry about how deceitful or dishonest someone else is. So trust yourself to be the best version of you. Be honest with yourself and others. Be grateful. Be accepting of another person's flaws. That's not to say if someone is playing in your face, you just sit back and you say, oh, I have to let this happen. No, you watch and you learn. Because that person is going to give themselves away every time. And it's normally someone who doesn't have trust in themselves that's going out of their way to play with someone else. And then there are those who trust themselves to do the wrong thing every time. But if you're walking with God, He will reveal those people to you. So trust in yourself and trust in God, and everything else will fall into place, including people. Also, what am I grateful for right now? So this is the second card we've received, discussing and acknowledging gratitude. I'm telling you, gratitude changes everything. Gratitude will change the way you look at yourself, your family, your friends. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And it's always start with God. Start with gratitude for the Most High, for the one who gave you life. He created you and me and everyone else on purpose, with purpose, for a purpose. So be grateful, because gratitude attracts abundance. Okay? Adopt an abundant mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today. Notice the abundance growing within you. And again, I am grateful for God. I am grateful to God for the people, the places, the situations that He has placed into my life for the sole purpose of my soul's growth. Okay, I've been to the bottom and now I'm here. I'm not quite at the top, but I'm on my way. I'm grateful for the health, the security, and the well-being, the divine protection over the lives of my children. I am grateful that I'm not hungry, I'm not dirty, I'm not cold. I'm grateful that my health is making this grand return. Okay, when I first started doing my videos, you can see that my face was very sunken in, and you could see that I was distressed and not living my best life. I just wasn't healthy. I had been dragged by the people that I held closest to me, and my grandmother and my mom died, and my marriage fell apart, and I just wasn't in my best place. But I'm grateful to God for all of those experiences, because now I know that if I can't trust anyone else, I can trust myself, and I can trust my judgment. So when I meet people, I know exactly who they are. They don't have to tell me, they don't have to show me. But of course, being around me, they will. They will absolutely reveal their hand every time. Now, whether I choose to address it is another story, but best believe I know. So I'm grateful for the opportunities and the experiences that I've had that created this awesome being that I am today. I used to be a problem, and sometimes I still am, but for the most part, I'm a problem solver. So what are you grateful for? Are you grateful for your health? Are you grateful for your family? Are you grateful for your job? Are you grateful for your experiences and opportunities? Are you grateful for the person you are? Those are all good questions, and it's something you should reflect on. How can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today, and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga or meditate or some form of exercise. Listen, I've been in a position where people, closest to me thought that they could really control my actions, the outcomes, my day-to-day life, and who I am. And every last one of them has been disappointed. The few stragglers that are left are going to learn the hard way, because I go with the flow, and it's always God's flow. I know that I don't have all the answers, but as long as I'm not going out to harm or manipulate or deceive another person, I have great things coming to me. So the idea of me using someone else to get ahead because I don't feel like doing the work, that's not going to work for me. Someone else thinking that they can use me because they don't want to do the work, well, that's not going to work in their favor now, is it? No, things are about to get really, really difficult for the few people that are left that thought they were 10 steps ahead of me, when the ground that they walk on belongs to me. Okay, so how can you be more flexible? Stop trying to control situations and people. Stop. Especially if you're not willing to do the work. You're stupid. Stop it. Cut your shit. Because you can't control your fears. You think that you can manipulate and coerce someone else to doing the work and getting what you want. Shut up. Shut up and sit down, stupid. Shut up. That's exactly why you don't have what you want and you're not where you're at, because you're too busy using other people like pawns. I'm telling you, people like myself who have an honest, actual relationship with God, we're not just spiritual people playing the part and saying, oh, well, this and that, and I can do this. No. For those of us who have gone through the trenches and all we had was God, best believe we know exactly what you're doing. We know exactly what this outcome is going to be. And it's not because we're in control. It's because we know that you lack self-control. So when it comes to being more flexible, acknowledge your limits. Acknowledge your part. Acknowledge what you can and cannot do. Acknowledge your position in the situation and in this world. Because if you don't have a relationship with God and then you think you can manipulate someone who does, it's not going to work in your favor. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Today's soul action. Choose one self-care action to do today. Set stronger boundaries. Meditate and listen to your heart. Speak to yourself with compassion. Focus on your strengths. Say no to something that isn't a soul yes. Say yes to something you are afraid of. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. Ask for help and allow it. And write down three things you are grateful for. Oh, self-compassion is a big one. Okay, if you genuinely do not love yourself and have compassion for yourself, it isn't possible to be the loving, caring, giving person you've convinced yourself you are. It's not just talking about it, it's being about it. So begin with yourself. Stop being afraid. Acknowledge what you're afraid of. You can do that. That's the first step. Acknowledge what scares you. That gets you one step closer to overcoming your fears. And enough of the self-negative talk. Okay, when you say, I'm stupid, I can't do this, I don't know how to do this, I won't get ahead. All of that is exactly what the universe is going to provide to you. That's what it is. I love myself. I can do anything I set my mind to. Okay, if I wanted to be in a relationship, I'd be in one. I just don't want it. I don't want it. Okay. I've already listed things that I'm grateful for. I am setting stronger boundaries. I absolutely am. I am determined to inform other people. That's enough. You've gone as far as I am willing to allow it. That's it. I saw what you were doing way back when, and I just haven't said anything because I've allowed you to continue this ruse. Time's up. Time's up. You thought that you were playing checkers and this is chess, and everyone knows that the most important player on the board is not the king, it's the queen. She's the only one that can move in any direction. Any direction. She's the one that protects the king. Without her, the king goes down. Okay? So, and acknowledge your position and just stay in your place. You also have, okay, saying no to something is important. Don't allow people to convince you of doing something you genuinely don't want to do for their sake. I'm not taking a job, I'm not taking a position, I'm not going anywhere I don't want to. You know? Especially if I've already had something lined up and then, you know, you go out of your way to manipulate the situation so that I lose out on that opportunity. And you think I'm gonna do things your way? That is a young mentality right there. And we all know I don't play that. Absolutely not. Adults pretending to be kids, pretending to be adults. That's where you fucked up entirely. You did that to yourself. Because I know I'm grown through and through. I'm not embarrassed of my age. I don't have to pretend to be younger than I am. No. For those of you who saw the 29 on my cake, that was just in remembrance of my mom, because that was her running joke. She was forever 29. But no, I'm 41 and damn proud to be 41, because what I've survived so far, most people can't. It may have taken me a minute to leave unhealthy relationships, but I did it. I did it. And I will never stay anywhere where I'm not wanted or appreciated. Or if I feel that I'm in the way and I'm keeping others from reaching their truest potential, I'm out. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. My soul's truth is blank. My soul's truth is that I'm not who I was. I'm not who I was when I was 12, 16, 21, 25, 30, 35. Hell, I'm not the same person I was when I turned 40 last year. When it comes to shame, what has it really gotten you? Now, if you don't want to discuss this with anybody else, again, you can take this to God. You can discuss with him the things that you're not proud of, the things that you're ashamed of, the things that you wish you hadn't done. Okay? Confess and repent. Confess and repent. Leave it with God. There's not to say that there won't be some form of consequence. Of course, and I know we're all afraid of the consequence, but it's not always a bad thing. Okay? You did the crime, you do the time. And it's not permanent. That's the best part, is that shame is only as permanent as you allow it to be. So if you've done something that you're not quite proud of, confess, repent, and don't do it again. Don't do it again. It's very simple. Okay? Stop judging yourself for the things that you've done and move forward with the intention to not do it again, to not be that version of yourself. Whether it's harming yourself or another person, you have the power to change it. Real question is, do you have the will? What am I afraid of losing? As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was, to make room for something, for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. Your mantra: I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved. I am safe. I belong. Listen, I understand being afraid of losing what you hold dear. And considering all that I've lost, I really feel like I don't have anything left to fear. Because I know that leaving it in God's hands, I am divinely protected. My children are divinely protected. So the idea of being afraid to lose something, that is ego trying to trick me into forfeiting my blessings. So me, what am I afraid of losing? I don't have to fear losing anything, because anything that's taken from me, God will replace tenfold. So what are you afraid of losing? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it an opportunity? Don't worry about the fear. Be brave enough to do it anyway, especially if it's letting go of something that is no good for you. Okay? Also, what if it isn't true? The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it wasn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the one wise one within. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? I really feel like these two go hand in hand. Okay. What if you're afraid of losing something only because you've convinced yourself that you don't deserve more? You can't do better. It isn't true. Okay? And I will do one more because my phone is about to die. So, on whom am I placing blame right now? A person who blames others has not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. A person who blames no one has finished their lesson. Take responsibility. On whom are you placing blame right now? Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood, blame, and resistance. They don't belong where you are going. Only love and courage live there. Make a choice to do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart. You will be led. And this is where faith in God comes in. Okay, sometimes the person that we're placing blame on, we're using them as an excuse because we really don't want to take accountability. And accountability is a sign of strength. Okay, it's being an adult. It's being honest with yourself. Accountability changes everything, because in accountability you take your power back. Because as long as you're blaming someone else, that leaves you the victim. Oh, this person did this to me. Oh, this person did that to me. Oh, I can't do this because of that person. Stop. If there's something you can't do, it's not because of someone else. It's because it's up to you. Not to say that people aren't out there and they won't rob you of opportunities, but what's meant for you won't miss you. So don't worry about someone else and what they're doing and placing blame upon someone else. This is the part where you take accountability for your part, realize your actions and your reactions and your responses. You take accountability and you take your power back. And this is the last one because it actually flew out. What else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, How is life happening for me right now? How is life happening for you right now? Are you certain that you're doing your best? Are you walking in trust with God? Are you being the best version of yourself? Are you in service of others? Are you taking the time to laugh, dance, move your body, take care of your health, rest when you need to? What else could this mean? Well, it simply means that it's time to take a good look at yourself and just do your part. Do the very best you can. And I promise you, doing your best, you can't fail. So thank you for joining me. This was fun. And until next time, be loving, be kind, be honest, be true, be one with God, be you.